Hello, breadheads.
What a dramatic pause right at the beginning.
I really wanted to build up to this epic episode that we're about to jump into.
Dude, I've been spending the entire day building up my hunger, ready to chat to you about all things, and not all things about Subway, because this is a satirical podcast.
Just to be clear, this is a satire, a parody. We are projected under the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, Section 2B.
Is it actually 2B?
It's 2B. You can look it up.
Just like this episode, it's to be continued.
Whoa.
Wow.
And.
Wow. We are so back. Ty and I are sipping on 2 tall boy beers because we, that's right.
Clink, clink.
I gave Ty, I picked up Ty, drove him over to the studio from a good co-founder. That's right, we are co-founders now.
I have no car, no job, no future.
Yeah. There's a Kanye song about that. Where it's like, something neighbor with no car.
Yeah, dude, that's me. I'm the scrub in the passenger side. And I've been feeling like that a lot lately. Last night, I went and sat down at the bar at Cactus Club to get a Bellini, and I realized I was
By yourself?
No, had a set, and I realized I'm 7 minutes away from the happy hour menu. So when the hostess comes up to order, I said,
I'm gonna need 7 minutes.
I'm gonna need 7 minutes, and then I felt the need to preface. I want to wait to happy hour to order because I am a loser. That's what I said to her. I just said it. It came out.
Why did you say that? What was her reaction?
Because I knew that she was going to think it, and I wanted to get ahead of it and control the narrative.
I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I think I don't think she was gonna think it. I think she, if anything, she would have thought, "Wow, we respect our frugal king." You know, he understands his net worth, and he's not looking to throw it all away over, getting his drink. Not even 7 minutes early. It'll probably still take 10 minutes for you to get your drink.
Yeah.
So, I don't think you lost any time.
I didn't lose any time, but she knew, once the server knows that you are willing to hold out for happy hour, they're like, my tip's awash with these guys. Like, they're going to spend like $12 total at this establishment and be here for the whole happy hour.
My tip's awash, and I'm going to make them wait longer. You know what I would have done in this situation, Ty?
What would you have done, Eric?
Obviously, hindsight is 2020, but I would have said, "Yeah, I'll take a Bellini, but go ahead and throw that on the happy hour menu, toots."
You hit her with the toots.
I was like, "Yeah, go ahead and do me a favor and put that under, the HH section."
Yeah. Can we just slide that in there? Like, pour it now, ring it in later. That's all your job. That's a tippable move.
Oh yeah, I'm tipping the difference on that actually.
Basically, it's like you can either go in your pocket or Cactus Club's. What do you prefer?
Exactly, it can go into the communal server pot at Cactus Club. Now I need to know: was this woman stunningly beautiful that you felt the need to kind of be self-deprecating in this situation, or was she like some ogre?
Eric,
and so you have to go down to her level.
You have to realize that regardless of a woman's beauty, I will be self-deprecating. It's in my nature.
Yeah, I guess so.
Have you seen me in front of a male sandwich artist?
Yeah, one veggie patty for this soy boy.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it'll make you full, and I'm like, yeah, it will. Look at my body mass. I'm very small.
Damn, dude. I mean, I respect that at the same time because, who knows? Maybe she felt some kind of pity and was like, "Yes, sir, I will come back right at 9, whatever happy hour time it starts." Was it 9?
It is 9.
Oh, I fucking knew it.
Yeah, of course you know it.
Good old predictable Cactus Club.
Dude, this is it's kind of a George Costanza play, but trying to get pity from frontline workers, servers, desk people.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm doing worse than you working this shit job.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the move. And I'll tell you why.
Okay, tell me more.
Every person that walks up to a server thinks they're better than the server. They're wanting to be serviced. They have expectations. It's the server's job.
It's because they are, Ty. They are the server. Who are we kidding here?
I'm not trying to, I will acknowledge that is actually the power dynamic. But when you come up there and you're looking for pity, you flip that power dynamic on its head. It's unexpected. It forces the server to now be like in a position of authority, and they're going to be kind to you. They're not going to be mean because of that. This is their chance to show you how they would like to be treated.
Okay, so their response is you're hyper aware now to their response to you being self-deprecating.
Exactly, because like, oh wow, this guy's a real loser. We got to take care of this guy. Like, he's a harm to himself and others.
Right. He might catch you standing on the Lionsgate Bridge tomorrow morning.
Exactly. That's why I just need every server to just think that, so they take extra good care of me.
Right.
I want to trigger my server's maternal instincts.
Good luck doing that with anyone at Cactus Club. They have no maternal instincts whatsoever. They are for the streets type.
That's true.
Wow. If you were the one to trigger their maternal instincts, then you deserve the tip. Actually, at the end of the day,
that's my goal. Is to get it out of them. There's like a quote from like Kevin from The Office where he's always like making like baby crying sounds around Pam when she's pregnant, because he heard online that if a mother hears baby sounds, they'll start lactating.
Oh wow.
So Kevin's just like wah wah.
Good old Kevin trying to get Pam's shirt wet.
Yeah, so it's kind of the same idea, except I'm trying to get them to just like give me extra tender love and care when they set down my truffle fries and ask me if I need my sparkling water topped up.
This is interesting. And for our American listeners, we were talking about Cactus Club, which is a restaurant here in Canada. I guess it's all over Canada, right?
It's all over Canada.
It's kind of been neutered in the last like 5 years.
You
But
think so?
prior to that, they were like kind of known for only hiring hotties. And no offense if you work there now, but they've like gotten rid of that requirement.
they have eliminated that requirement.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, like in high school particularly, all the hot girls wanted to work at Cactus Club. It was like a rite of passage.
It was a rite of passage.
Like, oh, you're a cactus cunt now.
The cactus girlies.
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely like a specific type of woman.
Go on.
No, that's all I got.
Oh, it was just the hotties. Like, not even like the sluts. It was like just the beautiful girls. And it was like pretty inspiring. Like, as a young man, you know, deciding where to eat my lunch as a newly employed person in this workforce, I'm like, I'll go to Cactus Club. I'm going to spend half my paycheck today eating lunch here.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like it's like something about like it's not Hooters. That's the thing.
It was tasteful.
It was so tasteful. It's the like reserved all black ensemble, like only a 2-inch heel, you know.
Yeah, people were saying like it's the OnlyFans before OnlyFans.
Whoa, the Cactus Club Facebook page.
Yeah, that is the club.
That's the club.
If you work there and you're female, you're in the club.
Damn, it really is. It's like if you don't know about the club, then you're not in it.
That's true. I think it also, this is conspiracy time, but I think it might have gotten into or started the hot girl economy here in Vancouver, where girls would work somewhere for like 2 weeks and then suddenly disappear because they would find a wealthy finance bro who would be like, hey, what are you doing later? And then they never work again.
Right. They're getting poached from our beautiful city. They're on a yacht in Monaco right now.
Exactly.
Wow. So you think there's like a really big like tricking economy and like all these girls are expats?
I wouldn't say you said tricky, not me.
Okay.
But I do think like it's one high vis job where you're like meeting dudes as like an attractive woman, and it's kind of known that like attractive girls work there. So as like a rich guy, you're like, I have nothing to do. I'm bored. I'm single. I'm single and horny.
Can't be seen at the strip club.
Yeah, it's like way more discreet than the strip club, you know. But it's the same concept. You're Captain Save-A-Ho.
That's true. You're like, I can save you from this life.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to like dish yam fries anymore. And
it's like, how much do you make per year? I'll double it if you come with me.
Wow.
I've always
all I need you to do is just like stand around, in my living room
Yeah.
while I entertain my other rich friends.
Exactly.
Just linger.
Exactly. Kind of cool. Kind of neat.
It's kind of neat. Huh. Too bad we have voices for podcasting. Faces for podcasting, I should say.
Yeah, it's true. There's got to be like a metric out there. It's like how long, like your beauty, it's so bad, but your beauty is probably tied to how long you last in a public facing job.
I think so. Like, it depends on the sector. Like, you can be the ugliest, oldest person and still get to be president. You know?
Yeah, totally.
The highest order of publicly facing.
Mm-hmm. Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about all of them.
Yeah, dude, get Trudeau out of here.
Yeah, well, that's the weird part about Trudeau. Like, objectively handsome dude when he was first entered office. He's aged a little bit since then.
Yeah, dude. The COVID mustache.
Yeah, crazy.
Or the goatee, whatever the fuck he had was so bad.
Yeah,
This guy
we all had one. I had one too.
I had a mustache as well. I had to get rid of it because it can't be. What I've realized about mustaches is they can't be the longest hair on your head, and so I've had to ditch it.
Because you have no hair on your head.
Yeah, exactly. I've got the buzz cut. Mm-hmm. If the mustache is longer than what's on your head, you just look like a crazy, like weirdo.
It's actually a really good rule. It's like there's probably an actual like percentage of your hair that your mustache can extend to. Because you see like a guy that's got his hair down to his nipples and his mustache can go down to his chin.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you're totally
right on, brother.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, what does Rick Rubin have? Does he have long hair? I think so.
He's got long hair. But
okay. He's got a long beard too.
He's got a long beard. Does he have long hair? Just a long beard. He's a forgettable face.
Yeah, I know. I just remember his toes more than his face.
I just remember how he makes me feel.
Yeah, exactly. More of a vibes guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, very interesting. So you went to Cactus Club for a Bellini.
Mm-hmm.
Did you eat?
Truffle fries.
Oh, classic.
Happy hour menu. I just came off a
Girl dinner.
Whatever. I just came off a blue cheese martini and a aburi tofu roll at the Fairmont Pac Rim's lobby prior to that.
Pac Rim.
Yeah. Familiar?
Pacific Rim.
Yeah. We call it the Pac Rim. The locals. The tofu aburi oshi that I ate was like the best tofu roll I've ever had from their raw bar or any raw bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perfectly smoked.
Very few options for you at the raw bar.
It's true.
So that's cool. I'm happy to hear that. I'd never actually eaten at this bar.
This is the lobby.
Yeah.
The lobby.
I've never eaten at the lobby.
I've never eaten at the lobby. Well, I've never really eaten. I've gotten like the bar nuts and stuff, and like I've had a few nibbles. I've got their like I don't know their frites and whatever, but I've never had like a full meal there. I saw them taking a few Clubhouse sandwiches out to a table. Like,
oh wow,
a whole set of Clubhouse sandwiches. It's kind of funny. You're like spending like $30 on a sandwich.
Yeah. I've done that, Ty, and that was at a different hotel lobby. I got the BLT, and boy was I underwhelmed.
The BLT is almost always underwhelming. I don't know why restaurants still serve it. It's an at-home sandwich exclusively.
Totally. It's for at home. It's like kind of elevated because you're cooking bacon, but at a hotel lobby, like you should be eating like nuts or fries.
I agree.
Or oysters.
But even at a restaurant, like you go to a pub and get the BLT, disappointing. Like I just think it's too easily buildable. Like we need to add. I got some respect for people that add a few more letters to the acronym, like the BLAT,
the belch,
because that helps like elevate it to a restaurant level. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, true.
Like imagine you get a BLT from Subway. Literally just bacon, lettuce, tomato in that thing.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
Unacceptable. You would be like, this is one of the worst sandwiches I've ever had.
So yeah, I guess nothing else goes in it, like meat-wise.
Yeah, skiff of mayo, maybe.
Yeah. What I've realized about lobbies, bro, is they're for drinking and snacking, like you said. But I do want to go to the Fairmont Pac Rim, as you said,
to
check out what their oyster selection is like, because I've seen Google images of it.
I did think about tapping into a little 6-pack of oysters while I was there, but the roll was too alluring.
The roll. Wait, what?
Or the abirioshi that I got.
Oh, okay. I was like, lobster roll? Different crustacean?
Now that's a simple sandwich that always hits. Because you are not making a lobster roll at home.
100%. Mm-hmm. The biggest issue with the lobster roll is places can charge whatever they want for it.
That's true.
And it's like normal.
The normalcy is the variability. Like the challenge with the lobster roll is it's not a commodity. Mm-hmm. Like people don't. It should be, because it's just some mushed up lobster in a bun.
Yep.
But it's treated like an elevated art. But it should be like other sandwiches. They're a commodity. They have like an expectation around the price.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of interesting because like lobster used to be like poor people food. Mm-hmm. You've heard this? Mm-hmm. And like for some reason over time, maybe you know the answer, but it was like elevated to be a rare. I don't know if it was rare, but seen as like a more luxury kind of dish.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like ingredient.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Okay, I think I got 2 reasons. I don't know the truth. This is all assumption.
Okay.
I think the first reason...
It's feelings, no facts, all right?
That's true. Nothing that we say in this podcast is real.
Allegedly.
Number 1. Lobster is very difficult to eat. It's almost annoying to eat. There's so much waste.
So, what does that mean? So it's good for poor people? Because rich people don't want to put any effort?
So originally it would be a poor person food, because why would a rich person want to waste their time when there's so much stuff thrown away and you get so little meat and it's so hard to eat? You got to crack it, you got to get in there, you got to clean it out with your tongue.
So is this, I guess like the pendulum has just shifted because like, I don't know, people like the act of eating more or something?
It's
like
more performative.
Yeah, like the whole like tin fish thing is like, that's literally cat food, but nowadays it's like trendy and cool to eat that.
Exactly. So there's like an act of like, oh, I have a better taste than you because I know I need to work for this to get the lobster.
Right.
Like if you're working for it, then you must really like it, and you must know something that those stupid poor people don't.
You know what it is, Ty? All rich people want to seem down to earth.
Oh.
And I think all people are like, oh, you're not willing to work for your food? Oh, come on. All the best stuff you got to work for.
You got to work for it.
Like all the best food has, one step removed from eating it. You got to do something to get it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So maybe there's something there. Like all rich people want to be like, seem cultured and down to earth. Like, oh, you don't know about this thing? You're so blinded by your shallow perspective on poor people food that you won't even like crack open a lobster leg.
Yeah, you're a slave to like your materialistic ambitions. Mm-hmm. Just enjoy lobster. It's so
get your hands dirty. Come on.
It's connected to earth. People want to feel alive. It's the same reason for oysters and mussels, to be honest, and why they're elevated as well.
Mm-hmm. This freaky little mollusk.
Yeah, exactly. You want to tongue out the shell of this freaky little mollusk? Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's the first reason, Eric. The second reason is now, like, lobsters were poor food for poor people when they lived right on the like Atlantic coast, and now like if you want a lobster, that very large crustacean needs to be transported like 11,000 kilometers, right? So there's a lot of water weight and shell weight that's coming with that. So the actual cost to move a lobster around the earth to where people are eating it is probably pretty high. The carbon footprint on that's got to be pretty high. Mm-hmm. Like
that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, you're not getting free shipping on lobsters.
Yeah, totally. Because you're not shipping a lobster; you're shipping like 3 liters of water, or 4 like a milk jug worth of water per lobster.
Basically, because they're not small, and like you want to keep them alive as long as possible as well. Right. So it's just like a very complicated thing to get it like out of the Atlantic Ocean and then like on a Michelin star plate in California.
Yeah, 100%. And also, if you are wealthy, or you're trying to look wealthy, you're constantly going to say like, "Oh, this is fresh," or "This is not fresh." Totally. Like you want to be the guy who knows if a food is good. Like you're not just like an idiot who just says, is it yummy, and then eats it. Like you want to be the guy who like knows like, oh, this lobster was like definitely killed today. I know it.
Yeah, you can just tell. You can see it in the eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
oh, cooked to perfection is what they all say.
100%. It's not enough just to consume it. You need to have the taste to rank it. You know, you got to give it the pitchfork 8.2. You know,
the classic soft 8.
So there's a few qualities here that make lobster so I don't want to say inaccessible, but like just like confusing as it becomes entrenched in like human ambition and narrative.
Also, it's like potentially another form of domination. It's like this animal is seen as aggressive or dangerous. Like a person can't just like go up to a lobster and mess with it. You know what I mean? Like you could lose a pinky.
It's true.
So maybe there's like a, power struggle there as a wealthier consumer. It's like, I have to like eat this shark because normally in the wild they would kill me, but I'm able to kill it because I'm rich and famous.
Right. You're asserting yourself. You're
Yeah.
I have acquired so much money that I feel entitled to shark fin soup.
And I'm at the top of the food chain.
Yeah, that's true. Interesting. There's a lot of factors here, dude. Food psychology is kind of crazy.
I know, right?
Is there lobster in the seafood medley at Subway?
Hell no.
You don't think there's any
I
lobster?
don't think there's any seafood in that.
Fair enough.
Like on paper, what is it even? Crab? Imitation crab, probably. It's definitely not real crab because that shit is expensive.
Do you mind it? Can you entertain the breadheads while I Google this? I'm actually really curious what the fish are in there.
Yeah, please. La 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 la. Ty is hammering away at the keyboard.
Okay, Subway's seafood medley, or as it's known in the United States, the seafood sensation.
Oh God,
sensational!
You'll definitely have a sensation on the toilet after.
Yeah, you're gonna be experiencing all sorts of bodily sensations from this thing. The ingredients are imitation crab meat.
Oh, so I got it.
You're right. We're not done though. Cod.
Oh.
Mayo. That's it. It literally says at the end of this, and that's it.
And that's it. Cod was interesting.
Yeah.
Cod is a cheaper white fish that is, I guess, a cost-effective way. Do we know the ratios here? Like, I'm guessing it's 80% imitation, 10% cod, 10% mayo.
I think cod is cheaper than imitation crab. I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out.
It's imitation.
It's imitation. It's made of macroplastics. They literally just shred up a water bottle and mix it with mayo.
Damn. It's probably like bean curd or something.
Like, you only ever get imitation crab in, like, a California roll. So you're getting, like, a dollop, like 1 teaspoon per bite, which is not that much imitation crab in the grand scheme of things. But if you go to, like, a shitty fish and chips spot, they're giving you, like, the world's largest piece of cod. So I just feel like cod is pound for pound. There's just more cod BMI.
Honestly, you might be right. Because I just Googled what is imitation crab.
What is it?
It's just more cod.
No. Is it actually? You're joking.
Okay, I paraphrased, but the real answer is it's a highly processed food made by combining minced fish with starch, egg whites, sugar, salt, and additives to mimic the flavor of a crab.
Okay, so it's a little bit of cod and some egg.
Basically. And starch. So like cornstarch, I guess. Like the powder.
Or like, I guess, mashed potato?
Maybe. Mashed potato does kind of resemble like an overcooked fish.
Yeah,
so
that's kind of where my head went. You know, it just looks like cod.
Yeah.
But I guess they would have to put potato, because starch is a very specific, like, extraction from the potato.
I guess, yeah.
Interesting. So it's cod, and starch. And maybe some egg.
Cod and mayo.
Cod. That is crazy. What a seafood sensation.
Yeah. So if you get the fish fillet at McDonald's, you're basically having the seafood medley.
Interesting. Okay. How many fish did you think they actually meant when they said medley? Because I saw the seafood medley. I look in the bucket that contains the
Never
medley.
look in the bucket.
Never look in the bucket. It'll change your life.
Yeah.
But I unfortunately did, Eric. And here's the thing. It's very colorful. It looks like it could be a a whole spectrum of different fish.
Yeah.
Ocean divergent. And I just assumed there was personally, at least 3. 3 is a medley to me.
Do you think they're hitting the DEI like requirements or something for the ocean?
Yeah, for sure. They're like, we got to make sure we have 1 shellfish.
Yeah, 1 shellfish, 1 mollusk.
Yeah, we got to have the token mollusk.
Damn. Yeah, you're right. 3 is a medley to me. Because when you like if you have a dinner with 3 people, like that's kind of like a medley. Like it's a party, you know, almost. No 2 people are. You're not third wheeling it. There's 3 equal bodies here. You know what I mean? 3 equal parties.
For sure. For a single thing or 2 things, we have a variety of words in the English language, and none of them are medley. You could call them a duo, a pair.
The seafood duo?
The seafood duo sounds sick.
Yeah.
But that would create more questions. That would be like, what 2? You know, medley? Very ambiguous.
Medley is any number. It's N plus.
Yeah, it's the hot dog of the ocean.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like if I were to just like removing Subway from it and my biases, if somebody was trying to sell me a seafood medley, maybe even at a fish market, I would assume we got some crab,
Yeah.
maybe some shrimp, like small little shrimps in there.
I would have sworn there was shrimp in this thing.
Yeah, because then they added a nice fun texture. Sure, maybe cubes of fish, like a white fish. And that's kind of it. Like nothing else really like jumps out. It's like, oh, this deserves to be in the medley. Club medley.
I'm thinking about all the ocean life I know, and those are, you know, it's going to be like the affordable fish options, and you know it's going to be
The throwaway fish.
the throwaway. Yeah. So you're not getting any like nice salmon. You're not getting any like any good tuna in there.
Yeah.
But you can kind of like with the medley, you like maybe there is though,
Yeah.
and you feel good about yourself.
What about some shellfish like mussels, scallops, clams? I don't think any of those are in there. Maybe scallop. If we're going 4.
Yeah.
But mussels and clams, I feel like the joy of eating them and the marketability comes down to like serving the shell on a plate. You know what I mean? Like if I just saw a pile of deshelled mussels, like I wouldn't touch that. That's disgusting.
I'm not going near that. It's just like icky.
Yeah.
You want to deflower the mussel.
Yeah. Or wait, what?
Like you want to be the first.
You want to crack it open.
You want to crack it open. You want to take out its sweet essence. So that's the joy of it. If someone does it on your behalf, then it's gross.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. How are we doing for time? I have no clue.
I have no recollection. We're using a new app to record today, so if it sounds different, that's why. And I think we're 28 minutes on the beat.
28 minutes?
I can go an hour on the beat. That's Drake voice.
It feels like it's been 28 minutes. So, Ty and I have been working on something. Stay tuned for more info on what that is, but huge things are coming to the Think Fresh multiverse. Some would say that it's overdue. Others would say that it's right on time.
Some we say that it should never happen in the first place, but we will let you, the listener, decide. You are our judge, our juror, and our executioner.
100%. So in the next few weeks, we'll announce it, but in the meantime, just keep it locked to Think Fresh Podcast, and you'll be the first to know.
Watch this space.
Watch this space for something quite long and big.
Big. Yeah, it's girthy. It's hard to manage.
Exactly. Well, Breadheads, thanks for listening. Anything else you want to say, Ty?
I just want everyone to make sure that they think fresh today.
Excellent.
Ciao.
Ciao.